Hello, hello. Are we live?
We are live.
We are
Welcome back,
live.
everybody.
Excellent. Hello, everyone. How are you? You're well. Good morning.
If you are just joining us, this is top 16 Tekken 7 action for Frosty Faustings 13. It's a little bit different than we're used to, since Frosty Faustings 12 was kind of the last offline major, at least we had here in the Midwest. But I'm thrilled to be here. I'm Puppy Swarm, and I am here with Arya, the blasted salami himself. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've done commentary, but it's always a blast. Always a blast to do it. There were some really great matches I was tuning into earlier, actually. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get to catch all the low kick ones. I tried to keep a tab up on the side as I was running the other. You know, they were running pools H1 and H2. I was running H3, H4. So I was trying to keep up as much as I could. But I do see some familiar names in here. You know, Shadow, Kaiser, who's been a real breakout performer online over the last few months. Joe Crush, Damas. There's a lot of really strong players out here. And while the bracket was capped at 128, they showed up. So excited to bringing it.
Definitely. I can't wait. Like it's been a while actually since I've seen such a high level Gunryu as well. You mentioned his name was Shang?
Yeah, Shang. Shang traditionally, from what I've seen, is an Armor King player. Shang has played in Trace Completes brackets on Fridays, the Iron Fist Fridays, and I've seen Shang play in the Bud Light leagues as well as ICFC. Shang, really strong online player. I believe from Canada. I might be mistaken there, but a very strong player. But
no, he definitely knew when to, he had a good balance between knowing when to play conservatively and when just to go full in explosive, when to just throw it out. So and that's a skill that you need with a grappler or like a character like Gunryu or Armor King. I'm guessing Armor King kind of cultivated that skill and you kind of express it through Gunryu as well.
Yeah, and Gunryu is one of the characters that was somewhat overshadowed at the time by some of the other DLC characters that came out.
Oh yeah.
But I think most people recognize the strength of that character, and it's good to see somebody putting it on display.
I think he's very good in a tournament setting as well. He's a character that can just steal rounds, somewhat similar to Marduk as well. Like any character that can just gobble up a round does very well in this kind of setting.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, speaking of Gunryu players, Shadow, obviously he's the first seed in this bracket. He's made it through here. We've seen him win tournaments, actually last year, one of Low Kick's own events, right before Christmas. I guess it technically wasn't last year at this point, it was the year before, since he had quarantine. But Shadow basically won that tournament with Gunryu alone. It was really cool to see shortly after Gunryu came out.
For sure.
Plays a wide range of characters.
Oh yeah. You have any favorites to come through here?
Well, so speaking of that matchup, Shadow and Kaiser. Kaiser is not quite a hometown hero. He is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so North Chicago player. And one of my favorites to watch because a lot of Chloe players, when Kunimitsu came out, jumped on the Kunimitsu bandwagon. And Kaiser is not one of them. Kaiser is a Chloe loyalist through and through. And we have seen him really break out in these tournaments online. We saw him, one of the Bud Light leagues, he defeated Shadow and made top 3 in that tournament. And in ICFC, he's performed very well. Equinox did that team battle that he won one of the last chance qualifiers for. His Chloe is really making a name for himself here. I love watching Kaiser play.
Yeah, and Chloe is a character that saw some pretty major buffs coming into Season 4. Especially her scoot stance. It became so much more ambiguous. The lows and the mids coming out of it. She's always been a powerhouse, Chloe, but now she can really mix you up much more effectively. And yeah, you can understand why Chloe players went to Kunimitsu as well, because they're both characters that can kind of transition quite fluidly from small Tekken, from little pokes here and there, to like full-blown mix-ups.
Yeah, you can play both these characters very wild if you want to. You can play, I mean, Kuni probably has more unsafe stuff than Chloe. She's got a lot of stuff that's in that -11 to -13 range.
For sure. You have to kind of commit. There comes a point when you play Kunimitsu where you just have to go in. You can't play safe and small all the time. But she is a tad more rewarding. I think she can get momentum building. Her back turn mix up as well is trickier. I think she's harder to defend against, but she's also quite a bit more unsafe.
Now, I think this is the right choice from Shadow here to start out with the Zafina.
Oh, yeah.
He is obviously one of the best Zafina players in the United States, and Chloe, with the amount of oppression she puts up, having the ability to crush mids, pretty good.
Oh, right there, right off the bat.
Yep.
Yeah, and of
it's
course,
I spoke it into fruition and manifested it.
Zafina, of course, a character that has just unparalleled movement, very good at bringing out those whiffs.
Yes, you put it in the hands of somebody like Shadow, who already has, TWT finalist movement, and it just gets that much better.
Yep.
Kaiser wants to keep Shadow at the wall as much as possible. Second hit of heat sweep whiffs. Now he's got to hold the plus range off the Rage Drive.
Yep, good pressure at the wall there.
The back three will close it out. Shadow taking round one. Hard fought from Kaiser, though. That second hit heat sweep whiffing was really unfortunate. And good cancel there from Kaiser. Doesn't want to risk getting clipped.
Yeah, I love Shadow's defense here. He's not being intimidated.
Okay, the Kaiser special. Arya, this is something you're going to see a few times. The Chloe Weeb Hammer. It's a special move. He uses the great effect taking the second round here.
And there's the upgraded scoot stance as well.
Oh, the running
Oh, what was that?
Instant running 3 connects on the backside for a cross-up. That's a very good tool if you're good at it. The instant running 3 from Chloe, one of her best moves, leaves her +6, so have to eat it.
Went for a cross-up there, but Kaiser didn't quite bite.
Okay,
good throw break.
Keeps Shadow in the corner.
Oh,
finishes it.
And Rage Drive.
Last hit whiffs.
Oh, that was a tight one.
Toes, the Wan Poo. Kaiser up around now. Kaiser doing a great job not getting tripped up by the Zafina matchup in particular. When Kaiser runs his game and he feels confident, it's very scary, and right now he's feeling pretty good. Throw break.
Shadow on point with the throw breaks.
Oh, and splats against the wall.
Good wall pressure. Good wall pressure there.
Oh, gets a low splat. That was
nice
lucky.
Low parry. I think we're gonna go wall to wall here. Yep. And Shadow bring it back.
Ooh, step around
nice
and
float.
float. Very nice conversion from Shadow. Oh, the Rage Drive!
Rage Drive!
Got the wall to his back. This is gonna be dead.
And the Tommy break. Yep.
The
Quite a comeback
erotic
there.
takes the life comes into effect.
Denying the Cali roll mix up.
Gets the knockdown and the pickup.
Kaiser on the ropes now, yeah. It seemed like Kaiser had it for a moment there, but yeah. Shadow really brought it back.
Yeah, he got shook by a couple nicely placed backdashes from Shadow that really disrupted his offense, and all of a sudden the tables had turned. And Shadow closed it out with the back 1+2, the classic.
That's the kind of character Zafina is, though. She can create space unlike any other character.
Yeah. I know a little while ago there was a backdash analysis that showed that Zafina's was in fact better than Eddie's, but has anybody updated it to show Kunimitsu? Because her backdash is ridiculous.
Her backdash, it's interesting because Kunimitsu has quite a wide stance. She kind of spreads her legs in her natural stance in that, so she's not as good as evading lows as Athena is.
Okay.
But I believe she tilts her head back, so maybe she's better at evading highs.
So it's like the opposite of bears.
Yeah, exactly. It does cover ground very well though, but I believe Zafina's is still the more evasive backdash.
Okay, that would make sense to me. I'll believe you. All right, Kaiser, his favorite stage, going to Sook here. Wants the small stage, close walls, because we all know Chloe's combo damage conversion is brutal.
Yeah, good pick here from Kaiser. Zafina has such dominating homing. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Kaiser or Shadow is not going to miss those kind of punish opportunities.
Not at all.
Oh, to the back!
Yeah.
Clips out, gets the instant tailspin, and the wall damage is enough. Shadow taking the first round on Kaiser's stage selection.
Very composed play from Shadow there. Excellent movement.
Oh, he gets the pickup off the counter hit. Gonna go close to the wall, not quite. Gonna cash out a bit of damage there.
Not falling for the scoot mix-up either. Keeping his distance, there's no reason to go in.
Steps around into a down 4-2. Yep. And the splat damage, the one damage is enough to take it down. Shadow is on set point. Kaiser's got
Look at that move of Shadow. Here. Yep. He's got to chase her down first. Nice counter hit.
Could be the solution to catch the backdash, but right now he's on a life deficit again, and the wall splat for Shadow. Oh, finishes the
another wall
splat. And
that does it.
Frame ender.
Quite a convincing round from Shadow there. Convincing match in general.
Yeah, Kaiser may have the potential to beat Shadow, but today Shadow showing TWT finalist for good reason. You know, he takes those L's and he goes back in the lab, and he's certainly been watching Kaiser's play style in order to make sure that he doesn't get tripped up by it again. And so Shadow, he's going to be the first one to make it into winner's side of top 8 today. So first seed, not too surprising, but he's going to be the first one to do it here.
Yeah, there was some excellent adaptation from Shadow there. Going into it, we thought that the Sook would be in favor of Chloe, but kind of Zafina, Shadow turned it around. Like, Chloe was the one being pushed to the wall, with Zafina's superior movement and her just dominating homing moves.
And Zafina has fantastic splat options at the wall. Very hard to guess, you know, what she's going to go for. She's got so many options. And there you saw it, just oppression session at the wall. Zafina's just in her element.
So who is up next?
Let me check the stream channel so we know what's going on. But so still alive in the winner's side of the bracket, or rather trying to advance into top 8. Looks like we've got Joe Crush versus Damas. Damas being a old school player who has since converted to the Kunimitsu recently. Joe Crush really made a name for himself through these online brackets really well. I said it during pools, and I'll say it again. One of my brackets, I run a Tuesday Shy-Tech bracket every week, and one time Mac was in the channel, and Magnificent, and he was watching Joe Crush just obliterating people, and he's like, "Yo, when the hell did Joe Crush get so good at this game?" Kind of a hidden talent down there in Texas.
I haven't actually heard the name. Like, who does he play?
So he has a Jack and a Geese, both equally devastating.
Okay.
You cannot say one character is better than the other for him. They are both just brutal, and he posts a lot of clips and tech on Twitter. He, especially this Jack clip, some of these conversions he makes, and like OSs and situation stuff that he knows down pat. It's crazy. And you know, people may have said, you know, season 1 we were tired of seeing Dragunov and Jack, but man, I love watching Jack in season 4.
Yeah. He's always Jack is a character because he's rooted in such fundamentals and such a fundamental set of tools that like you can really see the player express themselves through Jack.
Yeah.
Every Jack player does it in a different way.
He doesn't get away with having really strong movement or anything like that. He doesn't get away with having incredibly oppressive tools. It's just he has a lot of really good tools and a kind of bad backdash, and he's got those wide shoulders and everything. But if we see Joe Crush on stream, you'll see him make it look like Jack is a small body character with the way he moves. He's very good if we see it on stream.
Well, on paper, Kunimitsu's weakness is supposed to be, one of them is supposed to be sidestep right. And Jack doesn't have the best lateral movement, and Geese can really just kill you with a proper sidestep. So I guess on paper, you'd expect him to bring out Geese. But practice is different than paper, so we'll see.
And let's see who else we've got, just to give you guys a quick update. So Junya did advance to the winner's side. He'll be the one who's going to face up against Shang to make it the winner's side top 8. El Negro and Doom Danny. El Negro, formerly from Nicaragua, moved to Salt Lake City, Utah within the last few years. I can't remember exactly when it was, but he's another, and flipped over to that Kunimitsu. He's originally a Master Raven, flipped over to that Kunimitsu, and really just...
The Kunimitsu gang.
I knew he was good, but he crushed our pool. Very strong player. Yeah, Kunimitsu gang in force. And here it is. Damn it, their Damas on stream against Joe Crush's Geese. So there you go. You predicted correctly. You know, saying the Geese sidestep could destroy Kunimitsu. We'll see.
Yep. We'll see how he starts off the round. Keeping it at bay with the Repukens. Good punish on the kunai.
Sorry, not Nicaragua, Venezuela. My apologies.
No worries. Could have converted to the wall there, but a bit of a drop. Ah, tricky back turn mix-up.
Oh,
no throw break? That is quite a hard throw to break. That Geese is very dangerous with the wall.
Oh,
stand up.
Oh, he's got the rage with the sidewall. He can't get a rage drive out of it. No throw break again.
That throw is very hard to break.
That was a really nice mix. Take the plus frames into the throw to close the round out.
And even if you break that throw, Kunimitsu is not in a bad spot. But back 3-2 to the wall. Lets him out the wall. Good block on the giant there.
Ooh, blocks the low. Gets the throw. It's not gonna kill.
Chop for the win.
Chop the legs.
Yep. Goes for a Setsunagake 2 to start the match. Yep. Tried to go in.
That kunai is risky against Geese too.
For sure. Ah, that back 1+2 just to get Geese off her back.
Oh, the mix
back turn mix. Very tricky.
Yeah, that's super tricky. Even if you break it, you are in a back turn mix-up situation.
Just
trying to keep just outside of range.
That was an excellent whiff punish.
A great space from Joe Crush, taking the 3rd round here on game point now. Does have a bar meter on deck.
Setsunagake 2 blocked again. I'm liking Joe Crush's patience here. Just chipping away, not taking any major risk.
Yep, he's got the life lead, he's got the meter. Does not spend it. He's got it on deck, so it's a mix-up. So Damas doesn't punish it, and then Joe Crush gets the launch afterwards. And now 2 bars. This is really bad for Damas.
Yeah, 1 hit's gonna do it. I could have punished that, but
it's the flow.
What was that?
Drops. 10 seconds on the clock now. Oh, goes through the fireball. It's a even does. No, 3 seconds. The throw.
Break on the throw.
Broken. No. At the end there. Oh, Joe Crush taking game 1. A scramble at the end there.
I could break your throws. That got really messy at the end there.
You got away with those first couple, but not anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, that doesn't have a conventional throw animation, so you kind of have to train your eyes for it. It's kind of like Law's forward 2 plus 3.
I was gonna say the splat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of those. I mean, you gotta be aware of all of your opponent's options. And Kunimitsu, one of the newer characters, some people get caught up by it because maybe they just haven't put in the time to lab the matchup. But Joe Crush is showing that he's ready for this matchup.
Yeah, he had a real handle on them on the Kunimitsu matchup for sure. The Kuni had a lot of trouble getting started there.
My guy plays a lot of Tekken.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are playing Kunimitsu right now, so if you go online, you're just inundated with a flood of Kunimitsus.
Yeah, like I said, all these Chloe players who migrated to the Kunimitsu wave. I can't blame them. Kunimitsu's not only, I think she's a pretty strong character, but she's really cool. Like, they knocked it out of the park with her design with Kunimitsu Gen 2.
Yeah, a lot of cinematic flair behind all her moves.
Yeah, I mean, her animations are almost like a Soul Calibur character, right? It's really cool to see all the dagger flare and everything.
I have a feeling that if for whatever iteration of Tekken comes next, that Kunimitsu is sort of like a testing grounds for that. Like a lot of, we're probably going to see more cinematic flair, I'm guessing.
I have that theory too. I think that these Kunimitsu and whoever the last character are going to be are an indication of what's to expect in the next installment.
For sure, that's usually
we got a random stage, Forgotten Realms. This could be rough for Damas.
Yeah, I don't think Kunimitsu has any particular jank on Forgotten Realms since they patched it out on the Rage Drive. Because she used to get unscaled damage on the floor break. No block on the sliding sweep there.
Okay, get off.
Yeah, Joe Crush getting in tune with the throw breaks now.
The Damas just unblockable? No duck. Oh, the orbital connects. He's got rage as well. He's gonna build a meter off this.
Yeah, he's going all the way to the wall.
Through the floor.
And the floor break.
Okay, going to Deadly Rave.
This is gonna do a lick of damage. Look at that. Oh my god. And that is the power of Geese. He is a comeback monster.
Yeah, Deadly Rave, he's got 2 Rage Arts, and the Deadly Rave has unscaled damage, and it's always 25 damage if I'm not mistaken. So
it'll do at least 25 points of damage, at least, which is bonkers.
If you have reached max scaling. And as well as, you don't see him do it too often, but you can also drop the last hit and go for a mix-up.
Yes. Wasn't necessary there, though.
Okay, gets the cartwheel launch.
Yeah. He was going for something there, didn't quite pan out.
Doesn't commit the back 3. Okay, spends the meter. The wall split. Are we gonna go through the floor? Yes, we are.
It's gonna do a pile of damage, and again at the wall. Yep, shut down.
Forward 1. Joe Crush is now on set point, trying to make it into winner's side top 8, where he will have to play Shadow if he makes it through here. Oh, walk around.
Nice side step, yeah. And
this is gonna
do
meter.
And I think that about closes it. Yep. Stand up, get down.
Joe Crush, very convincing set over Damas there. No Kuni tricks falling through the cracks there.
Yeah, Damas just couldn't get started. I mean, he his experience with the matchup shone through. He knew when to step. He knew when to pressure. And Geese just like comeback monster.
Yeah, really good stuff there from Joe Crush. And again, for that win, his prize is having to play Shadow in Winterside top 8. So, will be one of his toughest opponents we've seen in these online brackets. But Joe Crush has really leveled up huge over these last 6 or so months.
Yeah, that was an incredibly impressive performance. I'm guessing Shadow's probably going to stick to Zafina, but we'll see. I mean, Geese and Zafina are both easily some of the strongest characters in Tekken 7.
You rarely see somebody able to put Shadow's back to the wall hard enough to force him into, like, the Claudio pick, for example. Joey Fury and Glaciating are, like, the only two that really come to mind that force Shadow into that pick. But if Joe Crush can do it, I would consider that a huge W if you can make Shadow go to the main Claudio.
Yeah, we'll see. Claudio and Geese are interesting in that they have a fairly similar mix-up at the wall, where they're both very dominating characters at the wall. Claudio has, of course, sidestep 4, back 1. Similarly, Geese has sidestep 4, down forward 2. Like, they're very, very challenging at the wall.
And you get that blue hand, and you are cashing out a boatload of damage.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, our next match coming up is going to be Shadow's brother Junya. Who, correct me, did he play Katarina through the entire pool? I know I tuned in and saw him playing it.
Yeah, he was sticking mostly to Katarina.
Junya, for those who don't know, was the Frosty Faustings 12 champion. It was actually Tekken 7. Frosty Faustings is traditionally known as an anime tournament. It's Arc Sys supported. Guilty Gear is a huge one. But Tekken 7 had the largest number of registrants last year, and Junya was the one who took it all with the Katarina, Devil Jin. He's a person who will jump around characters, and you can't really predict which one he's going to go to. And when you play them all at that high of a level, that's a really strong set of tools to have when your opponent can't reasonably predict what you're going to play.
Yeah, it's always a boon in a tournament as well to have a kind of a trick card up your sleeve.
Yeah. And as you were saying, Shang has been playing that Ganryu. Before, I've mostly seen him playing the Armor King, but really looking forward to seeing Shang's Ganryu to see if he can trip up Junya here.
Yeah, well, Ganryu is just a better character than Armor King as well. Armor King did see some nice improvements for Season 4, but not quite as explosive as Ganryu, not quite as tricky.
He does have in the Katarina matchups in particular, he has a 14 frame standing launcher, which is really good against down forward 3+4, one of her most oppressive tools.
Any character that I feel, especially in an online environment with a strong, like, 24 frame-ish low, that is immediately much more useful in an online environment. It's just much harder to block. Yeah.
And it's on counter hit, it cashes out a lot of damage, puts you in a bad situation. It's a really good tool in these online brackets, because you got a couple frames that you can't necessarily rely on, so you have to have really good reactions if you're going to be reacting to, we call offline unseeable lows, anything that's around that 17-ish range or 18-ish range, but online unseeable lows get a little bit higher than that.
For sure, you can tack on at least 2 or 3 frames to any low. Like, what is seeable offline relative to online?
Yeah.
One thing I will say about
go ahead.
Sorry, go on. One thing I will say about Katarina's down forward 3+4 though is that it has a rather obvious animation. Like, some lows, despite being quite slow, Because reacting to a low isn't just about speed, it's about whether the initial frames tune you into this being a low.
Yeah.
Like Miguel's down back one is quite slow, but it's quite hard to pick up on sometimes because it's such an
also the only thing she can do at that range anyway. So there's not a whole lot you can expect other than that toucan tail coming out.
Exactly.
So far we've seen a couple 2-0s. Let's see if Shang's the underdog here. Let's see if Shang can put on a good match for Junya. And what's the character select here? Drum roll, please. It is Katarina and Ganryu. All right, so as we expected.
Any favorites to win this?
Yeah, I mean, I have to. Both Junya, by history, he's a returning champion, and I'm a Katarina player myself. So Chicago, he checks all the boxes. I got to root for Junya here.
Right off the bat.
I don't believe in unbiased commentary. All right, the orbital, the forward 3 coming out from Junya. He actually uses that button a lot. It's a risky button to use because it is easily sidesteppable.
Shang has been so on point with that flop. Always knowing where to place it.
Took Junya to the wall. Didn't let him play.
Very convincing first round. Yep. Very convincing first round. Good use of the touchy eye shove there.
We'll counter hit back 4. And he's going for the full wall carry. Not quite far enough. A little bit too far to get the full wall carry.
Always placing those flops so well.
Oh, in the forward 3 orbital connects for a counter hit launch. This should be a kill.
Should be it. Yep. And they're tied 1 round apiece.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of adjustments being made on both sides here as the round goes on. And there we go, the headbutt counter hit. That up back 4 is guaranteed afterwards.
Junior definitely playing more aggressive now. Yeah. Junior started off with quite a conservative style of play, fishing for counter hits, but he's definitely going in a bit now.
Yeah, it's Shang with a nice small sidestep in the down forward 2. Took Junior all the way to the wall with that combo.
Good punish.
Okay, punishes the armor.
And a mix.
Oh, gets the hip toss. Round 4. Yeah, once you get into that grab, that's a true mix-up.
Nice counter hit there on the down 4-3 plus 4.
Ooh, clips him out of the 1-1 Harrier transition. And again, not letting you dash in my face with the Harrier.
Doesn't for the unblockable setup though.
Oh, running 3 after running 3.
That was a good effort by Shang. And they're 2 rounds apiece. Smothering with the lows there. And again, and again.
Man. There's 3 of them, and then the full crouch. That one is super launch punishable. They look the same, but the full crouch version of it is like minus 17.
I like how Junior's been slowly ramping up the aggression throughout this match.
Oh, the headbutt whiffs, but he only gets a small punish out of it.
Yeah, could have closed the match there. And it's down to...
And Shang taking game 1.
That was really down to the wire. And good adaptation on both players' part. Like, Junior started off playing a very kind of counter-hit, fishing, conservative style of play, and he's turned up the pressure, turned up the heat as the rounds went by. But Xiang adapted equally well. So it was just really impressive from both players.
Yeah, he went in a little bit too hard on those lows, and Shang was ready to punish him for it. Maybe he switches back to that counter hit heavy style because Katarina does have really good counter hit launch tools. That's probably one of her best strengths is the down 2, down forward 4, back 4. Yeah. She has some really good tools there, and those lows ended up biting Junya in the butt.
I think I'm imagining for this you'll probably go back to a more conservative style of play. mild it out a bit more. But we'll see.
Who knows? We might get a character swap from Junior here. See if he sticks to the Katarina. Oh, alright.
You're right.
Here we go.
Elisa. And Elisa's
Yeah,
interesting.
obviously the character he is most known for, the Eliza, he is extremely strong in this character. Probably the best in the US at it, I would say.
Round 1.
Yeah, Elisa's a fun character.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to be aware of whenever you're playing any Eliza player, you block a low, you launch her. And Ganryu has very good launchers.
But I think this stage is a big disadvantage for Eliza. Her wall game is what really makes her shine. That's sort of the end game of her.
Yeah.
What she's trying to
Without a
achieve.
wall, she doesn't cash out a ton of damage.
Exactly.
Shang taking the first round. He just needs 2 more to put Junior into losers.
Yeah, it might be quite an upset. Junior doing his best to keep Gunryu out here.
Oh! The dolphin dive gets it out there with the Zong!
Sniped him out the air. Sniped him out. Oh, and an EX dive kick. Nice conversion. Now, Elisa's mix-ups aren't too scary until she has meter.
Oh, and the fireball gets the round. He does spend... No, actually, he doesn't send the meter. That's odd. Didn't come out in time.
The round ended just before the meter could be spent. Setting on a full bar meter here.
Yeah, I'm sure Junior's pretty happy about that one.
Yep.
Oh, gets the launch.
Oh, doesn't spend as well. Doesn't need to.
Yeah, in that situation, it may have only provided a little bit more damage, but there's the use of the meter.
Ah,
EXDP through.
EXDP.
Parodic care coming in. 5 HP.
It's interesting how much that 5 HP has really affected. Like, how many rounds that's affected.
When
You think it doesn't sound like much, but...
I didn't think it would. I was like, I mean, yeah, they changed some of the wall scaling and the 5 HP, but I don't think it turns it from a 2-3 touch game into a 3-4 touch game. But in some situations, it really did.
Yeah, in this level of play, every point counts.
Alright, he's gonna sleep a little bit. Want some more meter. It's not a useless thing to do. It does generate meter when she goes to sleep.
Jumping back, creating some
Jumps away
space
out
there.
of that down forward 3 range.
Stay away from me.
Oppressive fireballs. Ganryu has to find a way in.
Yeah, and Gunryu's not the best at that. Gunryu does have trouble approaching. Once he's in, he's very dangerous.
And Xiang is now on set point. Junior needs this one to stay alive and win her side of the bracket. He has full meter. Shang with the life lead now.
Yeah, Junior needs to put that meter to good use. 4-4-4-2. Doesn't spend the meter again.
Still the life lead for Junior, all the meter. Okay,
Very hard
one.
to get that clean hit. It's very hard to get that clean hit on that down 3.
Gets clipped out of the jump back. Gets clipped out of the EX, he has no meter. Okay, he's gonna have to spend the rage art here. There's nothing else she can do with it. She doesn't have a rage drive, but this isn't gonna kill. Just cashing out as much damage as possible, and hopefully able to end the round. Oh!
By the skin of the teeth, by the skin of her vampire teeth, she takes it.
I was convinced that was not gonna kill. Holy cow!
Well, the 5 points didn't help out there.
No, apparently not. And
yeah,
alright, so Junior stays alive there.
Both very, very tight matches. Yeah, like, I think Eliza was a good pick against Gunryu, though. Because Gunryu is very, very threatening when he's right up in your grill, but his approach isn't the best. And Eliza is very, very good at keeping you out.
Yeah, she's gotten, he's gotten some conversions clipping her out the air, but, I mean, it's
hard.
Like, it's not that much damage even if she gets floated out of her jump back, so, he gets more opportunities.
Yep. we're down to the final match here.
Yeah,
Two very, very close matches.
First one that didn't go 2-0 so far.
Yeah. I think he's probably going to stick to Elisa. That worked out quite well in his favor, especially if he gets a walled stage. That's really going to work out in his favor.
Yeah.
And yep, Mishima building. Now, Elisa's a lot more dangerous here.
For sure.
Yeah, she absolutely mauls you at the wall.
Yeah,
and ever since she could pick up from Moonglide 4. I feel a lot of Elisa's game plan is keeping you out, making you play by her tempo. Then she gets that one launch, takes you to the wall. But yeah, Zhang's got him at the wall.
Yeah, great start for Zhang. Gets the Thunder Punch in the combo. That's at the wall. It's a really good move. At the wall, you don't get anything off of it.
Didn't have the meter to convert into an EX dive kick there.
Okay, gets the launch. The ball's a little bit close. Let's get a ton of damage. The wall's staying one counter hit.
Yep.
Oh, EX Slicer.
Right. Down 3 into EX Slicer. Was just in the clean hit range there.
Junior needs 2 rounds here, but Shang with the counter hit.
Those double palms are so oppressive.
Oh, gets 100 punches at the wall. Trying to put him in the mix. Can't jump back here.
A nice counter hit there.
Ooh, it looks like it was a little bit off axis. Doesn't catch the dive kick afterwards.
And
the float, it is enough damage there.
1 round apiece. Oh, nice low parry.
Right. Great round starter for Junior. Now he's got Shang at the wall where he wants him full meter on deck. You gotta watch out for
full meter at the wall. Very dangerous. Doesn't even use the meter.
Got side switched unintentionally.
Yeah.
But oh, no worries. He's gonna get a perfect here.
Perfect. Convincing round.
7 golden letters is gonna put Junior on set point. He wants to join his brother in Winterside top 8. Okay, guesses incorrectly.
And that's a pure guess. Trying to keep Shang out now. Get through this wall of fireballs.
Yeah, in spite of Shang having the life lead. Okay, it's gonna put Junior on full meter now. And this is gonna be a big conversion. What a nice combo, all the way to
2
the wall.
pots.
Jump over!
Oh, that is tricky.
Oh, he saved that one for the best possible moment. And Junior will take it 2-1 over Shang.
Yeah, didn't go for the conventional mix, didn't go for the low mid, instead went for a cross up.
Yeah, really good choice. That was a perfectly executed Eliza round. That's what you want to see when you play Eliza, and you've got those walls working in your favor. Yep.
That like on the first match, you could see she was really struggling to net any meaningful damage, but with walls, I mean, Eliza can just maul you. She's terrifying.
Yeah, good stuff. Junior advancing on. I've obviously, as mentioned, he is the reigning champion of Frosty Faustings, so we'll see if he can do it again. Obviously, a lot of strong players in his way. His own brother Shadow, Joe Crush, and now the next Winterside match is going to be El Negro and Doom Danny, and both of them extremely strong players who have both picked up Kunimitsu. So I'm wondering where this is going to go.
Yeah, well, Doom Danny, of course, was a Chloe player and joined the Kunimitsu gang. And El Negro was also a Chloe player? Are they both former Chloes?
Raven player.
Raven, right, Raven.
So in pools, Danny did, I believe, played Chloe the entire way. I can't recall him playing Kuni at all. But that's in spite of, if you follow Danny on Twitter, he does change his mind every once in a while.
He's pro.
Sometimes he's a Chloe player, sometimes he's a Kuni player. He's got a great heart, though. We love him. And And he's somewhat local to us. He actually he's from Detroit and comes down to our locals every once in a while. He and Black Havoc have even stayed at my house to come to our monthlies. So I'm a big Danny fan. He's a good guy. And in El Negro, he has been putting on quite a show for us with his Kunimitsu so far. He crushed his pool. Really strong.
Do you have any favorites to take this one in this Kuni mirror?
That's the thing. Is like they're both Kuni players, so they know the matchup, or they theoretically should know the matchup. I think Danny might go with Chloe. I don't know how much he likes playing mirrors, so we'll see.
We'll see indeed.
Yeah, and you know, El Negro might just play Raven. So
yeah,
who knows?
Either one Kuni, two Kunis, or no Kunis. We'll see.
Yeah, this is the Yomi layers. You know, who's gonna pick what? We both play Kunimitsu, but we have our original mains. The mind games are at play before the match even starts.
On the character select screen. And it's gonna be... Drum roll, please. Right.
Danny is the first to fold.
Yep. So that's
Danny said, "Don't want to risk the mirror. I'm gonna stick with Chloe. Not gonna switch to Kunimitsu just yet here."
I do think Kunimitsu is quite a strong tournament character, though, just by virtue of her momentum.
Yeah. I do want to shout out Glaciating, who pretty early on into Kuni being released really did some awesome work with Kunimitsu to show in an online format like first to two how strong she can really be. But right now, El Negro
put it down back to the wall. Works his way out of it though, and a convincing first round from El Negro.
Yeah, Setsu 4, chops the legs, and Doom Danny will be down around now, trying to work his way back, and a nice walk around on the running 3.
Both of these characters have tracking issues.
Yeah, and Danny loves that running 3. He will make very good use of it. So if El Negro can get the read on it and step around it consistently,
big damage.
It's gonna be big damage.
Oh, a tricky setup.
Yeah, it's gonna take to the wall
and then duck under the high.
Ooh, gets a whiff punish. Not sure what Danny tried to do there, but got clipped by the second hit. Now El Negro, no walls here on set, or sorry, game point.
El Negro fishing for a counter hit with that set 2. Clips him out with the back 2.
Yep, just a nice flow combo damage. Gets El Negro got a bit of a life lead. Ooh, doesn't enforce the mix-up because they were both back turn there.
Yeah, and they both
for either player.
and they're both scary in back turn.
Yeah.
Oh, clips it with the kunai, and yeah, a really convincing match there from El Negro.
He is continuing to just run this momentum through the bracket. A no-round round in El Negro's favor.
Yeah, Doom Danny really struggled to get momentum going there.
I want to see. Obviously, Danny's got the Kunimitsu, but he plays a couple other characters. He could get a little bit crazy if he wants to whip out a Kazuya. I'd be okay with that.
A Kazuya.
I've seen him doing electrics on Twitter. Okay, I've seen it. Come on, Danny, show us what you got.
You think we're going to see a character change? Quite possibly. I mean, he really struggled to just get started, and El Negro seemed very, very familiar with that matchup.
The thing is, like, it wasn't necessarily the Chloe that was the problem, but when you lose that hard, sometimes you just gotta shake your mentality by, hey, I just have to pick another character.
Switch your mindset
and give myself a blank slate.
Exactly. Well, we'll see if that did anything to dissuade him. And nope, he's sticking to his guns.
Alright.
Chloe too.
Staying loyal to it. He's going to go to Domo de Sirio. This is his favorite stage. He will always. I can't recall him ever picking another stage when he has the choice. He does, for whatever reason, does really well in this. One of the things Chloe does have that's really nice is that Yeet Sweep is a balcony break if they're close enough to the wall. And so it'll convert to a full combo. And ducks under the back to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that. he's had a good read on when Doom Danny likes to go for highs and punishing him fully every time.
Ooh, dangerous situation here. Danny doesn't want to get the Welcome break. Oh!
Not quite.
It's enough damage. Yeah. Didn't know if the armor would be enough there.
Nice setup into the hop kick, of course. That's very evasive. Good punish. El Negro's been saying some good mileage from that back too, as a just kind of a get off me kind of tool.
Danny was ready for the back turn down 4-4, not falling for it. A lot of people get hit by that second hit, but Danny knows better than that. But El Negro is fighting back here. He's got a life lead now. Danny still has the rage.
Goes for an Oki set up at the wall, and
armor through.
Oh, that was crazy.
El Negro now on set point.
That back two is doing wonders for him in this match. Doesn't quite convert. Good punish on the back two.
Oh, nice punish on the running 3 with the wake up.
Doesn't quite convert though. No punish.
Okay, gets tailspin to the wall. Just keeping him there. Oh, in the back.
Again, the back
away.
two.
His last chance here for Danny, and no, the double no round brown for El Negro. We call that a doo-doo brown. 6 rounds straight.
The single move that really did so much work for El Negro there was back two. He knew exactly when to place it to shut down Chloe's momentum.
Yeah, real good stuff. 2-0 for El Negro, securing his spot in winner's side top 8. Good stuff. That Kunimitsu is just oppressive. Holy cow. I've seen it all tournament so far.
And that back two, despite the fact that it's unsafe, I think it's like -11 on block, it's a mid power crushing tracking move. It covers every other base. So if you know your opponent likes to press buttons, if you know they like to go in, just 2 shuts it all down.
Yeah, and depending on your opponent's character, their 11 frame punish might not be insane. Like, not everybody has, Gigas 1-2,
Exactly.
And if you weigh your risk reward, that back 2 in the Chloe matchup, really good.
Yeah, right, very good against aggressive opponents.
I think we're going to shout out our sponsors. Aria, I've been reading them all day. If you want to take it away here and thank our sponsors, Frosty Faustings 13.
Okay, well, we'd like to thank Virtual Artist Alley. They have a live Discord during an event coming up this weekend, I believe.
It's right now.
This actually,
it's right now. Artist Alley, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to check out some cool art, go to the Artist Alley. So I did a pig's ear of that. This is actually my first time seeing this ad. And if you want to pick up some merc, I believe this is on sale for the rest of this month, or until how long is this on sale for?
Yeah, we got a couple days left until Monday, I believe. You can buy the Frosty Faustings merch, and if you buy it through the Matcherino, it'll actually directly support whatever game you want. The proceeds will go to that prize pool, and 100% of that prize pool goes towards the players. So, great way to spend your money and look good.
And you want to take this?
Yeah, and on that Matcherino, there's exclusive merch. These on the Matcherino only of these giant mouse pad and TCG playmats made by Jasco Games. You see that Soul Calibur one, the Capcom ones, the Darkstalkers versus Street Fighter one is pretty sick. I mean, these are awesome, and they are exclusive. And again, all the proceeds will go towards the Matcherino and the prize pools for the players. So be sure to check that out. And of course, you want to support Tekken 7. So when you check out, make sure you're on the Tekken 7 page for that.
And of course, Guilty Gear Strive coming out in April 6th, I believe, on consoles pre-order, but April 9th on all systems. I'm very excited for this game, especially since they confirmed the rollback is the same as Plus R. So, yeah.
Are we going to see some blasted salami content on Guilty Gear, possibly?
You will most certainly be seeing some Strive content.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. It's good to see a new fighting game. And Character Pass 2 for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. 2 more characters coming up. Any guesses on who they might be?
I don't know Grand Blue myself. I love this game. The Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is a great game, but I'm not familiar with the lore. I didn't play the mobile game or anything, but these character designs are all awesome. Everybody's pretty unique. There's kind of something for everybody in this game because you don't just have to play 1v1 against your buddies online. There's like the RPG mode that's you can co-op through. It's really cool in a non-invasive way to get your non-fighting game friends into it. Maybe they're an action RPG player. Great way to get them involved.
Really satisfying single player content, and of course, a new character in Skullgirls. Annie of the Stars.
Yeah, Annie of the Stars has been in Skullgirls Mobile for a hot minute now. But coming soon to Second Encore. This is 5 years after the last DLC character, which I believe was Big.
Squiggly, maybe? Was it?
Yeah, I remember the last characters added, but they've been supporting this game the entire way, and it has some of the best rollback for. It's an anime tag battler. If you haven't played Skullgirls before, you can get it for like, gosh darn near pennies. This game goes on sale all the time. Check it out. It's well worth your money, and to support the staff that keeps supporting that game year in and year out.
For sure. And them fighting herds. Check out the official merch store. There's a wide variety of rather handsome looking t-shirts here. I think I'm looking at, I don't know, the maroon one is quite nice, but they're all very nice t-shirts.
Yeah, they got some really cool stuff, and they've been a sponsor of Frosty Faustings for a couple of years now. Main 6, they're a really good developer. Their game is solid, has awesome rollback netcode. If you want to try something different in a anime 2D style fighter, check out them's Fighting Herds. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's on sale 40% off through the Humble store this weekend. So
I might
check that one out.
Yeah, for sure, I'm going to pick it up myself, actually. And of course, Under Night in Birth, there's both there's a collector's edition now. Comes with an art book, soundtrack, and a keychain. Available now on PS4 and Switch.
Yep, and you can't get a physical version on Steam, but you can definitely download it there.
And of course, the Hitbox.
I'm a big Hitbox stan. I don't know what peripheral you play on, Arya.
I'm good with stick. It's what I was raised and kind of bred on. But I do really want to try a Hitbox. They look fascinating.
See, I'm a 17er. I grew up on keyboard and mouse FPS and stuff, and it just made, when I found out about Hitbox, I never looked back. I love this thing, and they just recently restocked. Check out hitboxarcade.com/Frosty. And that cross up again. We've seen the clips of JDCR doing crouch cancel electrics with that cross up. That thing is nasty. So if you wanna check out a peripheral that skirts the lines,
a controversial piece of equipment.
It's controversial. Yeah. Just be aware we don't know if you'll be able to use it in the future, but have fun with it while you can.
Well, you can certainly use it at home if you want.
Yeah, you can always use it at home online.
Yeah. And Fantasy Strike, another excellent fighting game. Free to play. You can play all the characters online. There's no grind to unlock. And rollback netcode. We do love games with a good bit of rollback.
Fantasy Strike was the only game for Frosty Faustings 13 that was played internationally. That's how good the netcode is on this game.
Oh, really? Yeah. So,
free to play. Check it out.
Excellent. And do you want to take this one, Puppy?
Our glorious, gracious hosts here, Low Kick Esports. They run Low Kick Online Tuesdays and Fridays. Good friends of mine here in Chicago. Every Tuesday and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Central. The links are up there, smash.gg/LKO. February 21, you see all the tournaments they have come up. They do a number of games. I run the Tekken on my channel on twitch.tv/PuppySwarm. LKO does practically everything else. They all sorts of games. They do like ARMS, they do Uniquear, they do BB Tag and stuff. They do all sorts of stuff. So I got Killer Instinct. Check them out. Again, they have all the links up there for the next couple months to see what games are coming on the horizon. And you're already on twitch.tv/LowKickEsports. Make sure you follow them and tune in for all the great fighting game action coming out of Chicago.
And speaking of Killer Instinct, there's that big event tomorrow. But Metafy.gg, so coaching service, like Yeah, if you want
This is
to
a really interesting
level
one.
up your game.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
They Medify is a little bit different than your traditional other sources. Maybe you got your coaching from Fiverr before or something. But Medify.gg, whatever the listed rate is, that's going directly to the coach themselves. So, and it's not just Tekken 7, it's all sorts of fighting games, CS:GO, Rainbow Six Siege, whatever your flavor is. Like if there's a game that you're really interested in, I played a lot of Rocket League recently. If there's something that you are wanting to get better in, it's a good place to spend your money because it's going directly to the player, and you might know them yourself, especially for Tekken 7. Like you'll recognize a lot of the people there. Again, all the proceeds that you're paying for them going directly to them. Yes, Brock, even Fortnite. If you want a Fortnite coach, check them out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I might have to pick it up myself. I didn't know you were a Rocket League head.
Look, I've dabbled in a bunch of stuff. Quarantine kind of hits different. I've played Rocket League since it first came out, but I never really got super serious about it. But last few, I can't play Tekken 7 all the time. I've been playing Rocket League. I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege. I love games that have a really high skill cap. So fighting games, FPS like Rainbow Six Siege. There's so much to know about the game. It's crazy, and Rocket League is like execution-wise, I think it's like probably one of, if not the highest skill cap esport. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard you can like wave dash in Rocket League or something similar to it.
Not in my skill level, that's for sure. I am struggling hard to break into Diamond in 1v1. The last few nights I've been putting in some late hours and getting real close to hitting Diamond in 1v1, but I'm not quite there. And there's a bunch of dudes in the XIII Discord who are way better than me and make fun of me sometimes. Well, I love the game.
Well, it's absolutely massive now. Like it's got such a huge player base.
Speaking of Rocket League and Low Kick Esports, Jax, one of the managers of Low Kick, he coaches Rocket League. Actually, he's an extremely good Rocket League player. So if you guys who are watching Low Kick are interested in Rocket League and you want to get better, hit up Jackson. He's very good at the game. He used to coach it. I don't know if he still coaches it right now. Maybe he's on Medify.
Yeah, Rocket League's been on my to-do list for the past couple of years. I've always it looks fascinating.
It has fantastic netcode too. It's got rollback.
I bet it does. And to succeed as an online game nowadays, you need rollback. Especially if it's an action game or a fast-paced action game like a fighting game.
Yeah, there he is in the chat. O Scouts.
Oh,
it says he's 1700 plus and ranked. Does that mean 1700 best players in the world? I don't know what that means because I'm not high enough ranked to see it.
that's
yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, damn, that's high level.
Yeah, that's legit. Top 0.1%. Holy cow! All right, well, I appreciate the banter, Arya. It was a thrill to commentate with you today as one of my idols.
Hey, the pleasure.
You're on too big of a pedestal.
No. I mean, I'm humbled. I'm blushing. I mean, the pleasure was all mine. I really enjoyed this. So, thank you very much to Frosty Faustings for having me.
Look, if you ever want to come on a little bit later, your time, not necessarily 7 a.m. in the morning. I stream XIII brackets every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we always have players like Shadow, Joey, Joe Crush, everybody in those brackets. You are more than welcome to come on the stream at any time you'd like. Just hit me up, and I'm sure Low Kick would love to have you back as well, because this was awesome.
Hey, I really appreciate it, and this was super fun, and I'll definitely have to take you up on that offer. I really enjoyed myself, so thank you for the opportunity, Low Kick.
Well, that's going to do it for us, guys. We gave you the winner's side top 16 matches. We are going to be bringing you top 8 here shortly after a little bit of a break. So, my money's on Junya, the returning champion. Arya, real quick, who would you have to win this thing?
Yeah, that Elisa is hard to argue against. Yeah, I'm putting on Junior as well.
All right, we'll see if Junior can be the back-to-back champion for Frosty Faustings. That's going to do it for us, guys. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with top 8 action. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one.
Still my heart is blazing. If the word kill me, I don't need a new